What is up, guys? It's Mitch with SC Weather. Hope you're having a great Friday. It's about to be the weekend. That's exciting. Got some weather to talk about, another tropics update. Before we get started, I ask y'all to subscribe. It would be awesome, just an awesome way to support me. Trying to make these videos better, as I've said in the previous videos, just to try to improve the quality of this and stuff like that. So anyways, let's get going. So social media is buzzing about the Fujiwhara effect and why. So check it out. You got Tropical Storm Laura, which it was named today, to your right. And then you got what will be Marco right there. They're going to kind of interact with each other with this Fujiwhara effect. What is it going to do? What does it mean? I tell you what, I'm in a learning process with this too myself, but one will definitely become the more dominant storm. I can tell you right there. Will the form and be a superstorm like a lot of people are trying to talk about? I do not think so. That's a lot of hype, and you'll probably see that in a lot of ridiculous headlines in the coming days. But they will interact with each other, and one will definitely become the more dominant storm. I doubt we will have two hurricanes right beside each other because they will be fighting for control, and one may cause the other to stall out. One may pull the other. They might kind of in a way circulate around each other. There's a lot more to it, but we'll kind of dive more into that later in this video. National Hurricane Center 2 p.m. update for Tropical Storm Laura, still forecast to become a hurricane. So the National Hurricane Center, I think, is still saying this because there is confusion on which one will become more dominant. So I think they still got both. The reason they still got both becoming hurricanes because of that. They don't know which one will become the more dominant. This is all kind of something that's going to unfold in a couple days, and we won't know. But this is Tropical Depression 14, still forecast to become Marco, the next named storm. It's not yet, so here's the GFS. You got Laura right there to the right. Future Marco, it's probably going to be Marco here in the day or so, hitting the Yucatan. Now watch Laura. This is for the GFS, and this is for a lot of models. It's initializing south. And watch what Laura does. Laura is going to interact with land big time, which is a big hurricane treader. I've mentioned this multiple times all week. If any kind of tropical system goes over Cuba, it's a wrap until it gets off of Cuba and gets more into the Gulf. But there it is. Check out. It's just a mess over Cuba. Does it completely kill it? I don't think so. I think even if it gets back into the Gulf, it has a chance to redevelop. How much does it interact with Marco? At this point, this is Monday morning. I think we have Marco right there in the Gulf to the left. And it shows Marco on more of the south region of the cone. Kind of looks like it's moving, making impact in southern coastal Texas. Check out the high pressure. It is just not letting anything hit the Carolinas. So here in South Carolina, I don't think we have anything to worry about, except if these storms end up recurving, which they can, but I still don't think they're even going to really do that because the high pressure is going to really just make it surge north, whatever forms. So here's another thing. You got a lot of strong shear out in front of what will be Marco there in the Gulf. That is keeping it from exploding in strength, kind of like a Harvey situation where it got over the warm Gulf waters and it just exploded in strength. It's not going to happen with Marco because there's too much shear, and wind shear is an element that rips apart any kind of tropical development. You got the spin up you see right there kind of to the right. That is Laura trying to get this act together. Now this is the Fujiwhara effect I want to show you on the icon, because today the icon came out and it really gave a good example of it. You've got that little blob of yellow here. Here you go. The circle to the left is what will probably be Marco. To the right would be anything that's left of Laura. If there is a storm, there will be something there. But check out, and this is for Tuesday, sometime in the day. Check out here. You got them right beside each other. So how do they act? How are they going to react? Well, in this scenario, it makes what would be Marco to the left off the coast of Texas stall out. If it stalls out right off the coast, even with that shear up top, it slows down, so it's not moving into it anymore. It has a chance to maybe explode in the development, maybe cause flooding in coastal Texas and things like that. So as Laura kind of surges to its right and heads north, it's still just sitting there as we start to get maybe into Wednesday. It kind of makes it maybe dip southwest because it's circulating around what the icon is saying will be the dominant storm in Laura right here. I don't know. This is something that's going to develop, but check it out. As Laura pulls away, it's going to begin to drag what's left of potential Marco inland. It's like the circulation just pulls it with it. It's really cool, man. It's something that I'm getting a little bit more educated on, but it's easy to understand to a degree because you got two areas of circulation rotating around a common circulation, so it causes them to interact with each other. It's very interesting to me, being a weather nerd. But this is the European model. Not a lot to this. It has Laura completely going right over the mainlands of the islands, the Caribbean islands, and getting shredded. But it still has it coming out into the Gulf early Tuesday. You get into Wednesday, and you still have two storms, and it kind of has the same scenario as I think what was the GFS, kind of pumping Marco into South Texas, and maybe starting to make Laura the dominant storm, and really just kind of plows it into Louisiana, maybe as a tropical storm, low-end hurricane or something like that. But here's tropical tidbits, the spaghetti models for Laura, spaghetti models for potential improbable Marco, and pretty much pinpointing the Texas to Louisiana area, maybe trending more towards Texas today. This is 14L, tropical depression, potential Marco. Almost most of them have them at least going to a tropical storm, which tells you right there that it's going to take that M name. And then you got Laura. And a lot of them still have it going to a category 1 hurricane. So we still have to watch how much Laura, and if it becomes the dominant storm. One of them is going to come to dominant storm. Dominant doesn't mean a category 5 hurricane. It just means it'll be the storm that is just a larger storm. So y'all have a great Friday. I'll keep y'all updated all through the weekend. Please subscribe if you haven't, and have a blessed night.